In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Download the Uplift. I am one of your hosts. My name is Gabriel Mark, reporting live from the western part of Texas. It's going pretty good out here. You know, there's a couple shootouts in the corral down the street, and I'm joined as always by my co-host that gets low, Dane Davis.
Going on, man? Getting low.
I don't know.
What was that? Flow Rider.
Yeah, well, I actually thought about it.
Low.
Yo, what should I say for my co-host that gets low? So there you go. Hey, Dane, today is a fantastic day. It's another historical day here in Download the Uplift history. Ask me, yo, why is that? Because we are joined by guest number 4. I want to introduce the man with a plan. His name is Stephen McCoy.
Glad to be here. I'm excited.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank y'all for inviting me to be on. I'm actually super excited for this.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Dane, so you know me, bro. I talk to everybody, but in the gym is it's definitely like everyone's got this face on. Because it's the gym, it's intense. But you know, when stuff winds down, you have that post-workout like dopamine or endorphins, wherever. So everyone's feeling good. And I see this dude, but he started to wrap up. I was like, yo, man, what's going on? We started talking, and I told him about the podcast. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting into that stuff too. And I was like, you want to be on? It was my first time basically meeting him. He's like, yeah, I'm game. And so here we are. But it turns out it's awesome. He's got a bunch of cool stuff going on, and I'm stoked to share with the audience all about Stefan. And yeah, that's how we ended up here, brother.
Yeah, man. Can't wait.
Yo, so what is going on with everybody's week? How is everybody? It's okay. Dive right in the water. It's going to shock you at first, guys. So what's going on? Dane, how's your week been? Anything crazy going on?
Well, my week's been good. A couple of things in my life have changed a bit. Don't really want to share.
Okay.
Yeah, like some time's been freed up. Let's just say that.
Okay.
And it's good because at the end of the day, like I can focus more on my business. That's getting busier. I'm happy. I'm excited.
I want to shout out Dane's parents celebrating 40 years of marriage. So, yo, hold on.
Yeah. They just celebrated Saturday, and their actual anniversary was on Sunday. So it was an awesome party.
Imagine that, 40 years.
Yeah.
40 years. That's a lot.
The ups and the downs, and somehow, shoot.
And they've probably been together for almost 50.
Oh, that's a long love. It's a
Yeah.
long love.
That means like they know everything about each other. Like if you're with somebody that long, you know everything about each other.
Well, yeah, and most of your life was developed with that person. So
yeah, wow, what a way to think of it. Stefan, what's been going on? How's your week been? What's going on? We're coming off of a big tech win.
Oh, yes. It's been a great week, honestly. Just starting, getting ready for classes and stuff like that. Finally starting to ramp up how classes are supposed to go for the rest of the year. Staying on the grind, to be honest.
Amen.
It's the main thing for me. Yeah.
that's cool, man.
What year are you at Tech?
I am a junior. Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So I've been down here for about 3 years now.
Down here. Where are you from? Yeah, where are you from?
So I'm from Dallas.
Oh, okay. All right. That's like a lot of
not
kids
too
here
far.
from DFW area, right?
Oh, this place compared to Dallas is like night and day. But, like out here, you drive so much, but it's literally in a small vicinity.
Yeah.
Whereas in Dallas, you can go out 2-3 hours and you're still in Dallas. So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I went to a wedding in Dallas a long time ago, and we got caught up. I think it was like 4 p.m. or whatever, but the traffic was just intense. It was like almost LA, but not quite as bad.
Learning how to drive in Dallas is crazy. I started driving when I was like 12, and because my parents we didn't really like had a way to get me to school. So
Yeah.
I had to get a car at a young age and start just driving. And in Dallas, trying to teach a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old how to drive. And then the only thing I was only learning how to drive on was a truck. So it was not the easiest thing.
Dude.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the state vehicle though, man. You gotta have a truck.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Dallas is he ain't lying. So we're in West Texas out here, and yeah, this is West Texas. Like he mentions, there's like one, I guess, highway that wraps around the whole thing. It takes you 20 minutes to drive around the whole city. And I lived in Dallas. I lasted 1 month in 2015, and I remember moving to Dallas. I was like, yeah, Texas Cowboys and stuff. But you know, I'm not throwing any shade at Dallas or anything, but it felt like LA almost. It's a major metropolis, where out here, this is like Texas. Like
Texas, y'all,
it's crazy.
like everything out here.
Yeah. I'm a fan. I love it out here, but you know, I'm actually be making some changes myself. But yo, so you're a junior. So going into school as a junior, I can't even imagine how different that is than you see all the freshman kids coming in. They're like, I came to party. I want to flip over some cars. Like, is your mindset completely different than when you came in as a freshman and a sophomore?
Yes. Like I came into school thinking, okay, I'm going to go in, make as many friends as possible, make as many connections with anybody I can as soon as possible. And then that's how the fun happens. That was the first thing I thought of when I first got in freshman year. But then things started to go away I didn't want them to. And I had to buckle down. And that's when I really like got into like lifting and got into like dealing with the animals and all of my hobbies that I have. So, and then also the job that I got now.
Oh, amen.
What first got you like interested in working with animals?
So I've always loved animals since I was like 5, 6. But then what really got me was there was this time I got to start working at the Dallas Zoo. I got to meet the treasurer out there, and he was like, there's not a lot of like African Americans that do this type of stuff. And if you really want to like get into this type of career, I say you buckle down, get your degree, and just go for it. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. What really kept me going. Yeah.
That's I can't even imagine, because I feel like something like that needs to be like your passion, I'm sure, because that the studying and the amount that goes into that. We are going to dive into like actually you have your major and everything like that in a second. But yeah, no, that's awesome. So I know, I don't know. I'm focused on this because I remember I didn't go to Johnson & Wales. I just hung out with my friends that went to Johnson & Wales in Rhode Island. But yo, that freshman, it was literally, would you say, how about this? Because you mentioned something, you're like, yo, things were taking a turn that you didn't want. Dana and I, we made an album together. One of the lines and one of the songs is, yo, I got caught up in the lifestyle. Would you say that at a point you were getting caught up in the lifestyle of being like partying and stuff? Because this is like, is this a party school? I don't even know, but
yes, I would 100% say that this is a party school.
Okay, all right.
There's literally like almost, well, for me, I say is that there's literally like nothing else you can do other than drink, go to class, and just find other ways to get into trouble. Like
get into mischief.
Yeah, just to get into mischief. But I most definitely got caught up. It took me a while to get out of it, but I most definitely found a way to get caught up. But I did not get the freshman, freshman 12, freshman 15, where you're supposed to gain weight. I did not allow myself to do that either.
Man.
But yeah.
I've never heard of that. So it's you gain
yes,
15 pounds.
So, yeah, usually whenever a freshman goes from high school into college, they gain about 15, 20 pounds because you're literally just drinking, eating like in. So, yeah, I was like, I'm not about to allow myself to just fall down a rabbit hole that I started too much. Too much work into this body for me to be like, nah, I'm going to just mess it up. No, that part I didn't allow myself, but the drinking, that did happen. I got my fair share of drinks and blackout nights. I had my fair share of.
Haven't we all?
Oh yeah.
We've all used to it.
Dude, I'm 39. I think the tech game I went to 2 weeks ago, the end of that game got a little blurry. All I know is I was shirtless with a cowboy hat in the student section. I was like, "Blah!" They're like, hey, man, you all right? Hey, old man, sit down. I was like, "Ah." It was like 88 degrees. I had a felt cowboy hat on, which, Dane, just so you know, there's black felt like cowboy hats, which are for like winter, and then there's like the white cowboy hat. Don't wear your felt when it's hot. Yo,
yeah.
Real quick, I just want to update you guys on what's going on in the world. Even though this is gonna air 2 weeks from when we're recording this, yo, are you guys seeing what's going on with this Verizon phone outage / all of the carriers across the board? Because there's some scary stuff going on. And Dane, you and I, we talked about this, a different outing that could have been like a attack, like a cyber attack, I don't know, a couple months ago. But yeah, apparently like there's this massive cellular signal was out for 6 hours today. Are we under a cyber attack? Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, just people stuck on like SOS, Wi-Fi only. So that's what's going on today.
Well, look, and not to get crazy political, but when stuff like this happens, when it's like communications, which it's not like government communications, but it's public communications, and the government probably uses it as well. But it's like, is it another country doing it? Who knows? Right. And if they're doing it successfully, that's wild.
I have T-Mobile, and I didn't think that this was happening whatsoever around the world. I was like, I realized that my cell phone service was dropping, but I did not know that this was happening. So I probably should start keeping up with that. But
I'm so glad you have T-Mobile. I'm so glad, because I do, and I feel like, listen, this is $86 a month, unlimited everything, and it works amazing, especially because I was in Vegas for 10 years, and it works really well. Out here, I think AT&T is like the big dog. I think in Texas, right? It is. AT&T. But they had an outing too.
AT&T is nice in Vegas as well, though.
What do you have, Dane?
I have AT&T.
Oh, hey. Did you have any SOS only? Did you have service today?
I've never had an SOS.
What?
Damn. Whoa.
Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason. Probably just switch over.
Like showing off.
Why we're really here is I'm here to explain to you why you two should switch to AT&T now.
Promo code below. Oh, by the way, make sure you like this video. Comment down below why Stefan's awesome and Dane and I are also awesome. And make sure you pulverize that alert bell so you get all the new Download the Uplift content.
Download the Uplift is streaming to you through the service of AT&T.
Oh yeah. And if you have T-Mobile or Verizon, best of luck.
Well, Verizon used to be like the gold standard, because I was raised in New England, and dude, that's once again, I'm an OG. I'm 39, and yeah, Verizon was like the fail safe, but now I'm a T-Mobile guy. And the thing is, I don't get how it works with cell phones. Like, it's been $86 for a while, and I'm the maniac that like financed the phone. So for 2 years, my bill is way higher. I don't know. Either way. So that's what's going on. Apparently a cyber attack, for real, to be serious for a second. My homeboy's in North Carolina. He sent me some pictures of the flooding and stuff. Dude, I'm literally praying for those guys, because anyone that's affected by flooding or this hurricane, it's freaking horrible. But I want to shout out our boy. We can't do an episode without shouting out our boy Elon Musk. They're using a ton of Starlinks there to get people up and running, because Starlink is like legendary, and like everything else is down. So Elon just flies in with his rocket. He's like, hey, here's a bunch of Starlinks. And I think the FEMA is like $42 billion or something like that in Starlink or something.
What a great way of testing it out.
Right.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. And yeah, like, I hope everyone is as safe as they possibly can be, and they get the help they need quickly. Like, this whole year, it just seems like there's hurricane after hurricane. Like, any 2 weeks later, I'm hearing about a new hurricane or a new tropical storm or something. Yeah, the photos and stuff like that, I haven't looked too much into it, but they're really bad.
Yeah. What's the natural disaster in Dallas or like Texas in general? Tornadoes?
Tornadoes.
And hail.
Tornadoes. Oh yeah, and hail. Yeah, the tornadoes out there are pretty bad. Not something you want to get caught in, but the hail. We've had some pretty bad hailstorms in the past like few years.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it's the case later on. But yeah, it's mainly hail and tornadoes.
Yeah. Have you seen a tornado like in person?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
Oh yeah. I think the first tornado I saw was like 6th grade. Yeah, my
Wow.
mom was picking me up from school. All of a sudden, she's like, look up. And I look out the window in the car, and there's this tornado like about maybe 5 miles out.
Wow.
And it just picks up one of the traffic lights. And I was like, okay, so this is what this is like. All right. And I was like, Mom, you need to do a U-turn. Like right now. But
Yeah, let's get out of there.
yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's also terrifying. I mean, you kind of wonder why all the houses are brick. You're like, oh wait, that's why. You got to withstand.
All the housing in Africa is also brick, basically. So when we moved here, we were like, wood. What's up with that?
Yeah. So I've been usually like to Chicago a lot. That's like where most of my family is from. And usually we see a lot of different like wooden houses, but not in Texas whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
it's better. I mean, like, structurally, like it depends. Like if you're in an earthquake heavy zone, then it's not great. But for most things, brick is usually like a little bit more sturdy. So.
I'm trying to think of Vegas's like natural disasters. Definitely earthquakes sometimes, but probably, I don't know, maybe the extreme heat. I mean, dude, when it's 118 out, like it's dangerous. People, they have like free shelters for people like, hey, you on the street? All right, come on in here because you could die. It's that hot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, the heat and the dust storms are the biggest things right now. Earthquakes, like we get tremors and it's like it's light enough that either you don't notice it or like the one time we had this like huge, it was like a light earthquake, but it was like the rolling kind. So it was like long waves. And it was just kind of crazy because I was just on my chair and all of a sudden I'm like, what's going on?
Terrifying.
We saw our chandelier just moving. The pool water was just wavy. But it was fine. It was just like weird.
Yeah. Oh, good for you. Look at this guy. Brave. Oh my gosh. Dude, I remember I lived in LA for like 7 months in 2010 and it was Easter and I was at my buddy Rob's house and I remember seeing the blinds just start swaying and me being this because I'm crazy. I was like, yo, we got to get out of here right now. I was literally ran for the door and then it was over. But it's kind of like, cause there's no control, man. And you don't know how long it's going to last. And apparently they're like every day in LA, but yeah, that was my experience. Yeah. What about you, Stefan? Have you ever felt an earthquake before?
I have not.
Okay.
I know they happen out here. I did not know that. Like, I think that we had about 3 in the past 2 weeks. And I did not know. But I've never really had a full on experience with one.
I definitely just held myself back. And I don't mean this. I almost said, I've never felt one. I almost did this. I didn't mean that. Just, I don't want to feel any earthquakes out here. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I don't know. Verizon, possible cyber attack, and then Starlink coming to rescue. I looked for like fun news, dude. It's pretty grim on X today.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
I was like, hey, that's why we have this channel. We try and keep it uplifting. I'm like, golly.
There's a lot going on, and throughout the whole world, there's a lot going on. So
yeah, it's rough, man. But this is cool. This is a cool podcast, and it's cool because it's an interview where neither of us know the guest. Like we know each other casually in passing, Stefan, but I think this is cool because I want anything you're trying to achieve, like any goal or dream, there's a lot that goes into it to get there. And this channel and the YouTube channel and the pod is one of mine and Dane's. And this is not a challenge. It's a fun challenge, but this is brand new. It's a legit fresh interview. Like I don't know anything about like the stuff I have written down. But either way, to get us into our interview portion of Download the Uplift, episode number 19, I'm going to bring to you our quote of the week. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. It's quote of the week, everybody. Oh, yeah. It's that Download the Uplift, available wherever you stream podcasts. Quote of the week brought to you by AT&T. Dane, do you want to read it? Dane or Stefan? Who wants to take this one?
There we go. All right.
The AT&T quote of the week by Stefan.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill.
Come on. Let's go.
Yes.
What do you think of that? Or everyone take a second, absorb it like a sponge. Yeah. Success is not final. So you won, but it ain't over. Failure is not going to kill you. It's not fatal. It's the courage to keep going. Tom Brady. Let's go.
Consistency.
I love that man. He's so handsome. I love females, but I'll tell you what, I'd let him take me out for sangria.
Oh.
It's like every guy in Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's dreamy, bro.
When it comes to Ryan Reynolds, hey.
Did his cell phone service crash? Probably not.
Oh yeah, no. Go to his. You know.
Oh, that's great.
Mint Mobile.
Is that what his is?
Yep.
How much is Mint? I think it's pretty cheap too, right?
You know
it's pretty cheap too. Yeah.
You know what? It was probably Mint Mobile that crashed all those.
I knew it.
Oh my God.
It's $45 a month for Mint Mobile. That's not bad. Nice.
Not bad.
I know. And by the way, like, who cares? Like, as long as my service works, oh, dude, you got Mint Mobile? And like they get up from like the table, like, sorry, bro, I gotta go.
Hey, you got a Mint Mobile iPhone?
But then again, like if they break out like a flip, you know what? Good for you too. If you could get away with just a little clamshell, no screen, good. I would love to go back to that. I hate how reliant we are on these silly things, man. Dane, what do you think of the quote of the week? What do you think?
I like it. We've talked about it before, but the success is not final. That's such an important thing to remember, because once you achieve that goal, a lot of people go, cool, it's done, that's it. But the true aim of success and achieving it long term especially is the consistency, which Tom Brady mentioned. Mm-hmm. And also the second part, failure is not fatal. You're still here. You're gonna live. You're gonna be fine. What it means is that you still have possibility, you still have potential, and that's something to always remember as well.
Well done with that dissection of the quote.
Loved it.
So you out there in Download the Uplift podcast land might be like, who is this gentleman, Stefan, that's joining you guys? Who is this man? Who is he? Well, I'll tell you real quick. I got a couple quick notes of what I know. Our boy Stefan, he's a 21-year-old full-time student, Texas Tech University, full-time. That's right, guns up, baby. See, I could do that. I know all about it. He's full-time. He works with the airport airlines full-time. This dude lost 100 pounds. He also has the YouTube podcast ambitions. Oh, according to his IG, which I looked at today for real quick, he's an adventurer. So that's who you're hearing. Would you consider yourself an adventurer?
I try to be. I try to go for, doing something crazy, doing something different. Yeah. That's what I strive to do. I strive to make life fun. People try to take things a little bit too seriously. So I'm like, sometimes you just need to have a little fun sometimes. Even if it's with work, school, anything, just have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I like that. There's a bunch of people that think of work as like, it's got to be miserable. You have to hate it. But if you bring like a positive kind of attitude, even just talking with your coworkers, like it can just make the day way better. So you might as well just try, like you were saying.
And it's not even, having fun, but it's also, I'm getting it's like keeping the good vibe. It really is. And who doesn't want to work with someone that it's hard sometimes. Listen, when stuff's like going well, going horribly, and you spilled coffee on your shirt, and your dog peed all over the floor, and yeah, it's hard to keep that positive vibe. But if you can still overcome adversity like that and like bring the good energy to, especially to a workplace, like yeah, people love that, man. That's such a good quality to have, to be able to bring the uplifting.
Dog peeing on the floor. It sounds like you're pulling from like a personal experience.
Yeah. He goes right next to the pad. And looks at me. He's like, "Wow, man." I was like, "I just took you out 5 minutes ago." Welcome to having an elderly dog. Do you have any pets, Stefan?
Oh, I have quite a few.
What do you got?
So there's a list. We have 2 ball pythons. We got a fish tank, which is right behind me, as y'all can see on the other side right there.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I got a turtle tank over here on this side. I got 2 chameleons and a tarantula.
There at your place? Wow. And the pythons too?
Oh yeah, they're right behind me. So those little boxes right there,
Oh, yeah. I see him. Yeah.
those right there, those are pythons.
Golly.
That's
Oh
awesome.
Well, just watch out. My dog's only like 6 pounds. All right? I feel like they could probably take Winston down. Close your ears, Winnie. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, and I got my dog here. She's laying down right now. She's a pretty big girl though. She's a big dog.
What kind of pup?
She is a Greyhound Labrador mix.
That's awesome.
Greyhound.
she's huge.
Wow, what a cool mix.
She's massive. And
That's a lot to take care of. That's
Very-
a lot. I mean, not only, but like even just like food, because do you have to do the whole
yeah.
mouse thing with the
Yes.
snakes? Wow.
so underneath this fish tank is a refrigerator with all of their foods in it.
Hmm.
Yep. So
That's cool.
that's how I keep them. That's how I keep everything going. But like I said, I've been doing this and dealing with animals basically my entire life. I've always had animals since I was like 5, 6.
Yeah,
What's-
that's cool. And different animals, not just
Oh, yeah.
dogs and cats. So that's good that you have experience with animals that could potentially be more dangerous, but
Mhm.
you know how to handle them. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
What does a tarantula eat?
Right now they're getting crickets.
Mm.
Crickets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Most of the time it's crickets.
dang, dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And I bet, is it a he or a she? Do we know?
It's a he.
It's a he. And
Yeah.
like, will he just kick it with you? Like if you take him out, or
Yeah,
like,
he'll be chilling. The mainly the ones that chill the most are the pythons. They're
really?
great. Oh yeah. Like if I wanted to right now, I could put the python on me and it'll be chilling.
I mean, we got plenty of time.
I mean, if you want me to, I can. Let me do it. I can do it real quick.
For real?
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a
first.
python. First
Oh, yeah.
python on Download the Uplift.
Let me get it real
Yo.
quick.
This is 2 special guests.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
This is Benjy. Oh wait, let me plug back in.
Oh, we know what the thumbnail's gonna be.
Yeah, so this is Benjy.
It's got
Benjy.
beautiful coloring.
Yeah, he's a wild type ball with a pastel mix. And this is the biggest one I have. I have 2. But
That's
he's the nicest. So whenever people are like, "Oh, I want to touch one," I give them him.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, he just chills around me.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
My child.
That's so great.
One of many.
That is so cool. I don't know. And here's the thing. I don't think I would be like that nervous. But like, how does it work with biting and like venom and stuff? How's that work?
Well, ball pythons are they don't have any venom. They're just constrictors for the most part. So they basically catch their prey and just wrap around it until it's dead.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, when they see me have this around my neck, they're like, "Is it gonna kill you?" No, I'm perfectly fine. I should be a-okay.
Yeah. Well, because it's like the boas and stuff like that, or any bigger python, like that's where you'd have to worry about it. When I was like, I think 8 or 9, there was like a boa constrictor that someone took to the school to like show the kids and stuff like that. So actually, that was the first time my pet a boa was when I was like 8 years old, and it was awesome, but it was huge.
Oh yeah.
Well, the crazy thing about Vegas is that like, you know, if you go hiking and stuff, there's like a real risk of like there's rattlesnakes, like, right? They're pretty common. And I think there's black widows too. So there's some pretty crazy stuff out in Las Vegas as far as creatures go.
Yeah. Have you heard of a tarantula hawk?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have actually a lot of those out here.
Oh wow.
In
Yeah.
West Texas. Yeah.
They're when I saw one in my backyard, or I think I did at the very least. And I researched it and I was like, what the hell is this? This is
Not today, tarantula hawk. Not to, oh my gosh, look at this thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're creepy.
Do you know why they're called tarantula hawks, John?
hold on. I'm going to just for our audience. If you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, we're going to show a real quick what a tarantula hawk is. Okay, go ahead. Why?
They love to eat spiders that I've known. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that they hunt them.
So tarantulas, the tarantula hawk will sting a tarantula and basically incapacitate it with its poison. And then afterwards, when the tarantula is incapacitated, it'll lay its eggs inside the tarantula.
Oh,
And then
fun.
the eggs will hatch. The babies will eat the tarantula.
yo. I
So
don't know
it's
about
pretty
that.
intense.
That is intense.
Yeah. It's like when people go like, oh, you know, animals, they're so loving and kind. It's like, yeah, no, they are. But then you have someone who's just like, I'm gonna lay my eggs in you for no reason.
Yeah,
That's just how I evolved.
When you're studying, your major's animal biology. Is that like what it's officially called?
well, it's wildlife biology.
Wildlife,
animal
excuse me. Wild.
Yeah.
See, that's way better.
You're wildlife, or you're studying to be a wildlife biologist, and that's awesome because like you're saying you've loved animals ever since you're a kid and like owning animals and stuff like that you know are a wide variety of them. So that's really cool. I can definitely relate to that. Like when I was growing up in Africa, we'd see all these like crazy animals on safari, like elephants, lions, zebra, and stuff like that. Is there any specific kind of field you want to enter in when it comes to wildlife? Are you trying to like be on more of like the conservation side of it, or just more, like maybe working at a zoo, or what's your goals with that?
Great question.
So, what I've always wanted to do was become a wildlife ambassador, which is basically when you get like animals that can't go back into the wild, people use them as teaching tools to be able to go to different schools and tell people about these animals that you could be saving through wildlife conservation, or if there's any sort of way that if you want to get into like this type of hobby of owning animals and such, because low-key people think that it's a dying hobby because not everyone's becoming more scared, and then society's already trying to make sure that people can't own these animals anymore. So I just basically want to be the voice for this hobby in this community, and also for just wildlife in general. So that's the main goal, but if a smaller goal is just to be able to be a wildlife ambassador, it can be like I'm in the zoo, or I could literally own my own farm. That's the main goal. The highest goal is to be able to make my own money owning my own farm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dude, that'd be so amazing.
I think that's like more and more, not even low key. Like that's because there's like memes about it. That's a modern dude. Like that's what we want. We want a ton of land in our own little kingdom. Like I tell Dane that every podcast is like, well, that's my dream. Give me 100,000 acres like John Dutton and be self-sufficient and have solar panels and a well and livestock. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But Dane pretty much nailed that question. My question is, so wildlife biologist, are you focused on reptiles mainly? Is that why you have a bunch of them, or were you open to anything, or how's that work?
So wildlife biology it's basically just anything that lives. It can be grasses, all everything down to the plants, down to the soils.
Wow.
We're learning about just anything that we can get from the earth. So my concentration is wildlife biology, but the school that I'm in is called the NRM, which is Natural Resource Management.
Hmm.
So we basically just study what we're getting from the earth and how we should be able to keep what is on earth around for generations and generations, because right now we're looking like we're not going to have animals for the next 20, 30 years that will people will see on the daily.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we're being taught for the most part.
Well, that's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
It's very important work to do for sure.
Oh yeah. 100%. And like I say, I try to tell people like, hey, I know you can be afraid of these animals. You can be scared.
Hold on. We didn't get a screenshot. Oh my goodness.
He's trying to say something.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
He had some words of encouragement.
Hold on. I don't care.
He had some words to say as well, apparently.
I think that's such important work. And as weird as it sounds, like I had dreams like that when I was a little kid, but mine were a lot more like outlandish. It was I had a dream to just move into the jungle and save animals.
Look at this guy.
That was like what I wanted to do. No, not thinking of how to do it, how to get it accomplished. So it was like 7-year-old me thinking illogically.
I mean, that's what we all did as a kid, you know? I had the exact same dream. I first started off thinking I wanted to be a vet. I was like, I want to be a vet. I want to be able to work with all these animals. Vet's not for me. I don't want to be in no office. Nah. I want to be in the field. I want to be out there actually and teaching people about these animals and actually holding them.
Yeah.
Doing the right thing.
You're an animal enthusiast and in pop culture and stuff like that, and even on YouTube, I've personally noticed that it's exploding on YouTube, like animal enthusiasts. What do you think of like Steve Irwin or Coyote Peterson from like Brave Wilderness? Because I'm guessing you probably know about some of those channels.
Oh yeah,
Steve Irwin, obviously. What do you think of those people who try to spread awareness, like, you know, Steve Irwin with crocodiles and all that?
I really, really like the work that they've done. Steve Irwin is one of my biggest idols. Grew up watching him, grew up watching his daughter, grew up watching his son.
Yeah.
His son is one of the best photographers I have ever seen. Like, if you look at his pictures, they are absolute masterpieces. Yeah, I love their work. I would say that Steve Irwin is like a big idol of mine. But then there's people like Coyote Peterson that I do like, that he's like bringing awareness that like, hey, I'm doing this to show y'all shouldn't be doing this stuff.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people who are like, I want to be like Coyote Peterson, do this, that. I'm like, no. You should not be out there stinging yourself on purpose. You should not be allowing like these very, very dangerous animals just to hurt you and harm you, because then that makes the world think that they're bad all the time.
I
agree. Yeah.
I've never even heard of that channel. Who is it? Coyote Peterson?
Yeah, it's Brave Wilderness.
I'll go down that rabbit hole. See you later. Any free time?
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole right there.
See you later.
When the pandemic was going on, I went down his playlist of like the pain sting index or sting pain index, whatever. And that's what Stefan's saying. Like he did like the warrior wasp, the tarantula hawk, like everything, and the bullet ant as well.
The Gila monster. He should not.
Yeah. I noticed when you said working with animals that can't go back out into, maybe that got left behind by the mama, and it's like it was raised in captivity. Sometimes you'll see like an otter, like just lives in someone's apartment and like what was it, beavers that build dams? It just is like putting all the stuff in the middle of the hallway, like making a dam. But I think that would be amazing to be able to help these animals. Do you think, I always wonder though, like, so say like a lion or a tiger, let's say a normal family had a baby tiger, right? And that baby tiger, from the day it opened its eyes, was bottle fed by the family. Do you think that still though, like no matter how much you treat it like a domesticated animal, the whatever's programmed up here will never be able to? Or do you think it's possible for these animals to be like, you know, watching Netflix with you?
I mean, these are wild animals. Like big cats, they are always known to have mishaps all the time. Like you can raise a tiger from being like a little baby, and it will, once it gets older, you piss it off once. It doesn't know its own strength because it's been raised around you this entire time.
Yeah.
It doesn't know how strong it truly is. So if it gets upset, it could kill you. That's gonna come with it.
Well, and Siegfried and Roy.
Oh yeah.
Even though I'm not sure what the official like statement is, but I know the two of them were saying that the tiger was actually trying to help. I think it was Roy who got attacked. So it's like accidental, and like you said, they don't know their strength. So they might try and treat you like a cub or try and treat you like them. Bad news for sure.
Well, people were doing that with like when I was super like into the Jon Snow thing. I was like, I want a wolf hybrid, but that's even those are like, just get a husky or like or Alaskan Malamute or whatever they are. That wolf hybrids, you have to feed them legit this raw meat. It's wild, man. It's like that's my wolf impression.
Yeah, they're not going to do. They're not going to do kibble.
That would be cool though. I'm sure you've met a lot of. Yeah, I'm in school for marketing. Yeah, I'm in school for business. But you have a legit dream and clearly a passion. Judging by Benjy, right? That's his name.
Yeah, Benjy.
Is he just legit awesome. Chilling?
No, yeah, he's just chilling right here.
Wow, that's
he's
so
reckless
cool.
now.
He's awesome.
But that's so important because, dude, I mean, I've heard from so many gurus or just common sense, I guess, that like if you don't love what you're doing, it's gonna be a rough life. And if you continue to follow this passion and get a career and you could provide for a family, then that's gonna be a blessing for sure. You mentioned to me, let's move on a little bit, that you were interested in doing this whole podcast YouTube thing. What do you think you'd want to do as far as like a channel or a pod? What were you thinking?
So I'm really like to deep dive into sports, and I also really want to get into gaming. So I want to start a stream on maybe like Twitch or something. I don't know. That's usually what I see everybody else get on. Just to do like highlight reels, or if I could do just like a gaming walkthroughs, any sort of way that I could just be able to be in front of a camera, do stuff I like to do when I'm in my free time.
You clearly are educated about animals too. I don't know. That could be pretty cool. Like if you put maybe a spin on it somehow, or just because I know I'd be locked in. I mean, there's a lot of people playing Minecraft, but there's not as many people that can like speak on legit, like educated facts about animals and snakes and everything. That'd be pretty cool too.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of hands in the honey hole with this kind of stuff, especially podcasts. I mean, streaming, I can't even imagine. You got to put in hours with streaming. I'm not shooting any dreams down. I think it's awesome. I'll subscribe, whatever you're doing. I'll spread it around. But isn't streaming like you're streaming for a long time, like something like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of time that goes into streaming. My friend told me I had to do it like 60, 70 hours a week. And I was like, oh, that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
That is a whole full-time job. I'm like, I thought that maybe like out of the week I could do an hour or two.
Yeah.
So maybe you just start making videos, because I mean that would be a full-time job, full-time student, full-time streamer. I guess you just don't sleep. So that's
I would not sleep.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's not only a full-time job. That's a full-time job when they put you on salary and they don't care about the hours you work anymore.
Yeah, but I still want to try it.
Amen.
You know?
Hey, you can't win if you don't play. California lottery.
Well, and the cool thing is, like, if you're already like into video games and stuff, like I love playing video games when I can. Yeah, if you're already gonna do it, you might as well record it, put it online, try and make some money off of that eventually. Yeah, I think it'd be awesome, man.
What do you like to play?
I'm more of like a storytelling games. So I like Assassin's Creed, like the Blacksmith Wukong that just came out recently. Really good
I want to try that. Yeah,
it's a really good game.
What do you play on? You got PS5, Xbox? What's your thing?
So my friend has a PS5, so I play on his PS5, so I don't have to buy one right now. And
Nice.
If I'm over here at my setup, it is a Xbox One S.
Nice.
Yes, but I'm still trying to switch. I wanted to be a Xbox fan and stay with them all the way through, but I just can't do it.
after like Halo sort of dropped out, and Benjy is not a thing anymore. It's like,
like Xbox, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
The newest thing is like they're not even wanting to do a console anymore, right? Like
no more video games, no more consoles. They're selling all their rights.
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, actually, how they might even put Halo on different platforms, which is blasphemous as far as
they're selling all of their they're selling all their copyrights. So
well, I'll say this. I gotta share this with you guys. So as far as YouTube goes, this video came up. It was like, hey, I need some motivation for a small channel because we got about 148 subs here at Download the Uplift. But thank you for everyone that's listening.
Yes.
Guess how many active users YouTube has?
I'm gonna go with 2.5 billion.
And you, Stefan?
7. No. 3. 3
what?
3 billion.
Okay.
3 billion.
Yeah. I think Dane already knew this. 2.5 billion active users.
Oh.
I didn't.
What? I did?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No,
that's crazy.
Guess how many people are? Maybe you guys just know. I didn't know this. Do you know how many people are on the Earth?
It's
7.
like 7. Yeah.
7 billion.
8 billion people. So a third of the people are on YouTube. So if you're worried about like, I don't know if there's gonna be someone from my channel, it's like, yeah, it's okay. And the algorithm, he was like being nice to it. He's like, listen, you got to understand, it's trying to help you. It's trying to find who's meant for your videos, and then they can work on it. So it's like consistency is so crucial with this stuff. It's like, so how to, keep it positive with your sad videos I make. And these videos, it's like, they're just trying to find who the audience is, but you got to keep doing it. So with your channel or your streaming, it's gonna be a marathon, not a sprint, but you just gotta stay consistent with it. But the fact there's that many active users, I was like, okay, people want to see 3 maniacs like ourselves talking, so I think it'll be great.
Yeah, man. I can't believe it's 2.5.
Yeah, it's on the money.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. All I was thinking was like, all right, there's like 7 billion, 8 billion now. So it's got to be like around a third of people.
I say start making videos today, boys. I like Dane's really into tea. I was like, dude, make a separate channel where you just sample tea. I don't know what.
One day I'll make that video and you better watch it.
I'll share. I'll pay to promote it. And I'll throw it on a credit card. Yeah. I like this tea. It makes me sleepy. I like this tea. It's very herbal. Do you mess with social media at all? I mean, I know you do the IG thing, but do you do TikTok?
I use it. I don't post as much. I used to post a lot of dance videos when it was like Musically and stuff. Back in the day.
Back.
Yeah, that was back in the day. Yeah, I miss those days sometimes. Free and nobody was like talking about all the bad stuff that TikTok was producing. I'm like,
yeah,
it's TikTok. It's Musically.
It's like every year they've tried to get rid of it. And
they keep trying.
Man, there was this girl on, and I was like, how much money is this girl making? It was just she was a hot chick, but like the perfect stomach. She was like greased down, and she set up something in this like studio where it was like a shower, a constant shower, and all she does is just dance. And she just makes dance videos. All of a sudden, I see like all these celebrities meeting, and she's not, but I guess she is now. I was like, yo, how much money is this girl? Like their views were crazy. And it's guys like, yeah, dancing. But like, I've never understood that. Just go watch something, something else. Like, why are you watching this girl? I don't know. I don't get it. But I mean, she was dope. But I was like, okay, this is cool. But there was like thousands of dudes watching, like, hey, could we like hang out? like, yeah. I don't know. But I asked you about social media.
Into the chat.
Yeah, the DMs. But Stefan, I asked you about social media because, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this man is 21. So that's crazy. I'm 18 years older than you. Like, I literally, I guess, I could be like your dad, which is mind blowing to me because I don't think of myself that old. But so you're Gen Z, and I want to know, like, what is it like out there in the social scene? Whether it's dating, is it all like surrounded by tech and apps and what's your snap and all that stuff, or like is the cold approach still a thing? Like, what do you think? How does it feel to be 21 in 2024?
Stressful. Like I mean, there's a lot that can be wrapped around in that one aspect. I say if we could talk about the dating aspect, it's harder. I'd say that it was easier back then because everyone has this ideal person they want to be with. They don't actually want to sit down and have a conversation. All in all, I say you just got to really put yourself out there a lot more. You have to make sure like your Instagram looks decent. You got to make sure the way that you carry yourself in the social media limelight is actually appealing rather than if you're just like being your goofy old self sometimes. It don't work out. You just gotta be able to maneuver. It's turned into a game rather than finding a soulmate.
Well, our last podcast that came out today actually was all about being authentically you, and we were like, and this is me. I'm 18 years older than you, young man. It's basically I found out that of all like the crazy different styles and stuff I've been through, I think being just genuine to yourself, that was the whole point of the podcast last week. I'm bummed out because, I'm sure a lot of people see what's going on, like younger cats, and feel like they need to act a certain way. I remember I did like ride share before, and these girls got in my car and they were like, this kid came up to me and then was like, hey, what's your snap? Or she said something like she was bummed out that he didn't just ask for her number or ask her out right then or something like that. She was almost like dogging the kid. I don't know. It's like, the cold approach, the walk, or what is it called these days? Riz, is that a thing? That's a thing.
I don't say it. But it is a thing. It's probably with Alpha, not Gen Z. We're not doing that.
Oh, really? How old are Alpha kids?
It's newer.
Yeah, that's like 2012 and lower.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
No, there was some kid. He goes, "Yo, check it out." I don't know. See, it seemed like he was talking to a lot of girls, so I don't know.
I don't say Riz. You don't hear me saying Riz. That's not kind of my vocabulary.
What does it mean? Style, charm, or attractiveness, and the ability to attract a romantic or sexual partner. Riz. You know what? I'm bringing it to the late 30s.
Yep, you got the Riz.
Yeah.
Well,
got Riz.
Now that it's a late 30s thing, no one will say it anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what I don't say? And I've heard people say sus, and it sounds so forced. It's like, man, that's sus. It's like, hey, dude.
Because every generation has like their own lingo, right? And some of my favorite lingo is like lit. I love that. I don't know why. But it's just describing something as lit or I'm lit. And then
that's cool.
I'll say YOLO as well occasionally for
real. You're still rolling with YOLO?
YOLO.
When was the last time you said YOLO?
I don't think I've ever said YOLO in a casual setting.
Dang, you're old.
Well, it's like if someone does some dangerous stuff or whatever, like they're driving their car like a maniac, I just go, yeah, I guess they're like YOLO.
Oh, good for you. Oh, God bless them.
Yeah.
Hey, good. Hey, I like it, man. I think once again, be yourself. What about just, hey, man, that's cool. I don't think cool will ever die. I think that's timeless.
Well,
cool will never die. I like
never. never die.
Yeah.
You mentioned Gen Alpha. That's crazy, dude. And they're gonna and eventually, guess what? They're gonna be the 39-year-old with a podcast, but by then it'll all be like just through the mind with Neuralink.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep. And
Yeah.
they're just,
calling each other with their brains.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Like, would you do the Neuralink? Like, how much testing would you need until you'd be like, all right, throw it in there? So I have Google on demand.
Like 15 years of it being out. Yeah,
Okay.
15 years.
Yeah, I think the amount that I'd feel safe with, but I
15 years. You heard it here first, folks.
15 to 20 with a
Yeah.
proven track record of it's not messing people up, and also that they're doing things in a legit way, and it's not like they're not downloading stuff into your head and
Oh,
manipulating you and stuff like that. Which, you know, who knows? But when Gen Alpha is like 39,
okay.
what it's actually going to be, I think, is going to be AI generated content just downloaded into your brain, and just no one's going to be doing anything.
No more writers. We already had a writer strike, so
Yeah.
no more writers. Straight AI. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
And it's going to be the most unhinged content ever.
So I hope we don't get to that point where
Nah,
humanity's that lazy.
I think
Like some Wall-E thing.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gonna go so far that everything's gonna implode, and we're gonna go back to like the Pilgrim days.
I think it could probably be sustainable to a degree.
Mhm.
But what really sucks is, just me as a musician, or like any artist out there, any person trying to create anything, it's probably going to get to a point where it's like, oh, let me show you the song that I made. And everyone's like, I don't care. I've released 20 songs in the past 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's all just generated from your head. It's like dropping the value of it and dropping the value of like talent and stuff like that. It's a possibility. Maybe it won't be that way, because I personally I use AI in ways that doesn't completely take me out of the equation, but it helps me, and it helps get results pretty quickly.
I'm cool with that. Our guest Dane Stefan, one of the first things like, yeah, dude, I dropped like 100 pounds. I was like, what? I think that is legendary, my guy. So tell me about it. What's going on? What you got? What got you into it? And what got you to say, all right, I'm done being this heavy. I'm going to go literally put that in. That was before Ozempic and stuff. So you had to earn that loss.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to us about it, bro.
Okay. So COVID made me realize that I was heavy. I was really big into sports, but then I had to drop it for school, and I wasn't working out like I was supposed to. And I just started gaining a whole bunch of weight, and I didn't care about weighing myself. I didn't care about what was gonna be the next meal I ate. As long as I could get food in my stomach, I did not care. Once I figured out that we need to go on top of this and cut this off right now before going into college, because I also was like, I need to go into college looking somewhat decent. And
good motivator, all brand new,
yeah.
first impressions. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. And so that's what really like kicked off the journey. But I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like, okay, the first thing to do, get into the gym. Just get in there. Just go in there, be able to touch some weight, lift it, call it a day. Say you've been there for an hour to do something to make you sweat. That's what I was doing. And I was seeing that I was losing a couple pounds here, a couple pounds there. I was like, okay, this is good. But then I started to plateau, and I was like, okay, I need to figure out what's next. What do I need to do? What am I messing up on? Then I started working on my diet, get my diet right, start eating the right foods, eat a little bit less. Then things started to really take off once that part happened, and it was gold all the way down from there. And when I got to college, I had a really good friend group that I had met like the first week out here. We really were like, okay, we're just a whole bunch of hefty boys who most definitely used to play football, who need to figure out what we can do to hang out and still enjoy the way we look. So we started our own lifting community, which if you go on Instagram, it's Big Dog Lifting, TTU.TTU. Yeah, around that time we just started lifting. We were making promo videos, we had our own giveaway. We were working with different companies on different promos and stuff like that. And that really like sent everything towards, hey, we can actually work this fitness thing. And sadly, around sophomore year, we stopped doing it. It was a good motivator to keep everybody on top of things. And now we're all doing our own thing. My good friend, he still works in the health and stuff like that. He does peptides and he sells all of that stuff now.
Mhm.
And that was his way to get into it, was through that Instagram that we started and stuff like that. But yeah, that what really set it off was when freshman and sophomore year of college, we really got on top of things, and I was able to lose about 100 pounds. I started off at 287, and I got down to 185.
Wow, that's a lot, dude.
That was the lightest I had ever been since 5th grade, 6th grade. I was a hefty kid.
When you have accountability and you have people in the fight with you, like how many guys did you have doing that with you?
It was about a good 6 or 7 of us.
Good.
That were
That's
doing
huge.
it.
You got to bring that back. You want to talk about YouTube channels?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
keep telling them, I'm like, hey, we need to start this back up. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just do it myself?
Of
You know?
course. Yeah. I think that's so cool. And you know what's crazy? You said you guys all played football. I think when you're training that hard and putting in serious work, you can take in that many calories because you're burning them or turning them into muscle. Whereas once that football and that activity drops off and you're still eating like that, I'm sure that's where a lot of guys, no matter what level of football, that's where they probably gain a bunch of weight, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Because you're eating like 5-6 meals a day.
Yeah. And any bodybuilders, like you notice, like they sort of like fill out if they stop working out.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's for sure. And I'm still eating like 4 or 5 meals a day because of the amount of working out that I do.
Yeah.
Because like over the summer I was working out 6 days a week. I was there all the time.
Oh yeah, well,
all the time. Like he saw me. I was at the gym every day.
You have to get to the point with working out. I'm there 100% where if I don't go, I feel guilty, which is good. You want to be at that point because to get to that point, dude, it's the dog days to get to that point. And once again, I'm just trying to like maintain and look okay without my clothes on. So that's all. There's nothing that crazy, but to get to the point where like, if I don't go, I'm like, dude, I stink. You know what I mean? So that's a hard place to get to. And when I see this dude, yo, he's focused. And you can tell some people go to the gym like, all right, I'm here. I want to get it done. And then I'm done. Or you got the music going and all of a sudden you go like this.
Yeah.
And you're in full on focus mode. So I want to say what keeps you motivated? We'll get into that. But yo, give us give us a couple. Let's make this into a reel. Yo, so Stefan, you're crushing the gym. Give our audience a couple. What is your go-to or one of your go-to workout songs? What's on the playlist?
Probably Sosa by what is it? Love Sosa by Chief Keef.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the main ones. Like that song right there.
Oh yeah.
Gets me. Especially if I'm doing like a good chest day. Ooh, I'm going in. I'm going ham. It makes me, awesome. And then you get the little speech at the beginning.
See, I gotta put it on my playlist. I know the song, but I've never actually put that. I love it. Anything new, I got all genres going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about Dane? If you have to get into something intense, do you have a song that gets you just up? It doesn't even have to be, because I know you're not a huge gym dude, but I know you take care of yourself.
Well, when I was doing a bunch of gym back in like high school, I used to listen to like Five Finger Death Punch, or like Linkin Park or something like that.
Oh, Linkin Park will do it. That was on Chris Kyle's playlist when he just used to lift so heavy, like the thing where you step inside, like the octagon, whatever that deadlift thing's called, and just go boom. He just used to listen to just Linkin Park, like everything you say to me. And I don't know. I guess he did really, 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 really heavy weight, but lower reps. I guess that's how you put on size. Is that a thing, Stefan?
So if you do lower weight, well, heavier weight, lower reps, that builds your strength.
Yeah.
If you do lighter weight and then more reps, builds your muscle mass.
I got a couple boys that have done cycles. I don't think I'd ever do that, but it will make you into a monster. It will make you big. Just
Wait, are you talking about those like programs where it's like transform your body and
no, like a cycle in the bum,
A cycle.
D-ball.
Oh.
Do you mess with cartoons at all, Stefan?
Not right now, no. Most of
No?
the time it's just football. Football and sitcoms for the most part.
What's one of your go-to sitcoms?
Right now, Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
Fresh Prince is
throwback.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
What
that's
year
my
is
comfort show.
Yeah, Fresh Prince is awesome. I remember watching that like growing up. Yeah.
1990 to 96. Wow. Yeah,
That's cool.
you got to have those comfort shows like a Seinfeld, The Office, Fresh Prince, those shows that just like feel good. There's no BS on the show. There's no agenda. It's just like a good show. Dane only watches tech, YouTube, and video games. He doesn't watch anything else. He doesn't watch sitcoms. That's true, right? I'm not even being a jerk.
No, it's like 99% true. But lately, like if I'm watching TV with my family and stuff like that, for some reason, like Raymond, or Everyone Loves Raymond is like popular again.
Nice.
So we'll marathon that. It's like Everyone Loves Raymond, 2.5 Men, or Ridiculousness.
Okay. Beautiful. I don't know where that came from, everybody, but we talked about. So we got Chief Keef, and then we got Fresh Prince. I'm liking everything going on, and we got tech videos, and we got 2.5 Men, and me. What's my gym song? The freaking what's his name? Big X, the plug, the bitch I'm from Texas with the swangers, something with diamonds in a necklace. I'm like, ooh, I was like, yo, I love Texas. Let's go.
And he's from Dallas too. So yeah.
Is he?
214 tattooed on his stomach. Yeah,
Dallas Fort Worth for the audience.
DFW. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Big X the plug. Have you seen him, Dane?
I haven't seen him, but I know the song.
He's legendary, man. I looked into the copyright thing, by the way, boys, because I want to do reaction videos. Johnny sent me a Blink song or something. I was like, I want to do it. Apparently, you're going to get a copyright. You don't want a copyright strike. Those are bad. Those will get your channel taken down, but you won't be able to get monetized. But I'm not monetized yet. But you can say, like, through this law from 1976 that it's only for like to enjoy purposes or something. There's a way to get around it. There's a way to put something in your bio that says so you can do reaction videos. Because I watch reaction videos. Other people watching a music video for the first time. I think they're great.
I've seen a couple videos on it, and yeah, it's for educational purposes, or I think it's even reaction. So it's fair use.
Yeah, fair use. Like, or like somebody else watching a trailer. I'm like, yeah, they're excited. I'm excited. I don't know.
It's basically like you don't want to put the full thing in, but just you can throw in like 2-second clips or whatever, and then be like, that was crazy.
Well, you are a busy man, Stefan. I'll tell you what, and I think that's beautiful. I mean, you're a young man, so enjoy the energy. All right. Soon you're gonna need a walker with tennis balls like me. Like, I don't know.
Well, on top of everything, you work at the airport as well.
Yes, I do.
Have you seen people? I think I've asked you before, but for the audience, have you seen people just be like? You don't just take people with the wheelchair that are elderly or might need some assistance. You take people that are hammered drunk too, right?
Yes, and we get them. Actually, I had somebody last week who was like just drunk, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to assist this woman, but I had to get it done. We had to help her get out and everything, and she couldn't walk or talk. So
she couldn't walk or talk.
She was slurring every word that came out of her mouth.
How does that happen? I wonder if it's the altitude, because I've been hammered on planes, but I can always walk off them. I might be stumbling off them, but I can walk off them. Or if if they're mixing like Xanax with booze, that like multiplies everything to a different level. That's when you become like a bah. But how does that work though? Have you ever had anybody like that they turn violent? Do you guys usually have a security with you, or do you have to be security as well?
We have to be security as well. So, but we also have cops around the airport that we can go and get. But for the most part, if there's like little situations like that, we have to do it ourselves.
That's an interesting gig. How'd you get into that?
So, my dad used to work for them, and he got my foot in the door. I have not left since I've lived out here.
Okay.
But that's the main reason I got it. But the job I had before was Canes, and I was like, that's not for me. And I left immediately because I worked the night shift, and dealing with Canes and being open at 3:00 out here and all those partiers coming through, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Hey, I'd be one of them. I love Canes.
Like we have people that would be like at 1:30 stumbling in.
Yeah.
Like, can I get a Caniac combo?
That's me, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. It's me.
Dane's like, can I get some cane sauce all over my body?
There's nothing like it. Like you get the bread. It's Texas toast, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And then
I really want
chicken is the best. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude.
I can't eat it anymore. Sometimes like I want a cheat day. Let me go and get myself some, I don't know, Mickey D's or something. Like a little McChicken. That's my cheat day, is a McChicken with a 10-piece. Always goes well. But I'm like, I can't eat it. I'll sit there, I'll eat half of the McChicken and like 3 nuggets. And that's about it.
See, I wish I could say the same. I'll go get the 5 for 5 right now. I'll scarf that thing down. But I try and limit it to Sunday. Sundays, it's rude. I bought, dude, for $3 at Walmart, you can get 12 ice cream sandwiches. Yesterday, I ate a lot of them. I had like this big bowl of pasta, and then I opened up 3 ice cream sandwiches, put them in a bowl, and like let it melt and mushed it up. And I was like, I sat on my couch, fully reclined, AC at like 66 with a blanket on and a bowl on my stomach, watching Suits, which is a great show. And
I love Suits.
I love my life.
So you turn that into cookies and cream, basically. That's my favorite ice cream.
It's so good. And the in between the ice cream sandwich, it was Neapolitan. So it was strawberry, vanilla chocolate with the cookies melted. I love Sundays. It was bad. It was like the epitome of glutton. It was like, I might get some more. And I think they were 150 calories per bar. So it was going on in my head. I'm like, it's Sunday. Who cares? Eat whatever you want. Extra cheese on the pasta. Oh, it was great. But then today I was in there sweating, baby. I was in there sweating. You got it. If you have fun on Sunday, you got to pay for it on Monday. That's the rule.
Of course.
Yeah.
What would be what you said? Your cheat meal's a McChicken. Are you into pasta at all?
Pasta?
Italian food guy at all?
I am. I make good shrimp scampi. I love shrimp scampi.
You get down. You cook?
Oh yeah.
That's right, ladies. He can cook.
Make it. Oh yes. Most definitely can.
He's educated. He cooks. Come on, man. You're making us all look bad, dude.
My girlfriend's favorite dish, or one of her favorite dishes, is shrimp scampi. She loves it, and it's. I've tasted it a few times. It's awesome. There
is one guy on. I think I refer to TikTok every show now multiple times. So they got me. You got me, China. So what he does is he goes to these fast food restaurants. He's like, dude, if you get a double quarter pounder with cheese, it's like 80 something grams of protein. He's like, it's not that bad of a choice. Like, it's like if you concentrate on low calories if you can, but high protein, there are some options. Like if you have to go to Wendy's or if you have to go to Chick-fil-A, you can get some stuff that will just be a protein bomb, even though there's still a lot of fat and sugar and garbage. But, it's not the end of the world.
But there's decent options for sure.
Well, Stefan, this show wouldn't be Download the Uplift unless we asked all of our guests this question. And that is, I got to ask, are you doing anything to support yourself mentally and emotionally? Like the gym's fun. You know, you got your hobbies, you got your passions, you got school, you got the social scene. But are you doing anything as far as meditating, journaling? What are you doing to take care of yourself?
This right here is how I keep myself in lock and key.
We got a journaler. Oh my goodness gracious, dude.
Where's your journal, man?
Right here, Papa.
Journal check. I don't have one. That's awesome.
You gotta understand, Stefan. I make it a point to every piece of content I point out to mention journaling because I find it amazing. Please tell me about it. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was look at me. This is real.
Yes. So basically I journal once every morning and once every night. I journal what I want to do for the day, and then I reflect at the end of the night. It makes you really end off your day, reflect on everything. Make sure you stay on top of your goals. Make sure you really realize like you can control what goes on in your life. If you are able to write down your thoughts and as they go on, or if they're even negative or positive, you have something physical to be able to hold and say, hey, my hopes and dreams, my thoughts, my negativity, my obstacles are all in this one book. If I ever want to just be able to look back on it whenever I feel like I'm down, I'm like, hey, I've had days where it's been worse. I've had days where it's been better. Because sometimes you need to be able to look at those days that are bad and be like, hey, that's why I know what the good days look like. So, I say everyone should journal 100%.
People don't understand. Well, you know there's two things that you do differently than me. Number one is you do it twice because every morning I meditate and then I go right into journaling and I listen to like ambient music and I like listen to like Star Wars ambient music, but I just let it out. But I never thought about setting yourself up and then checking back in at the end of the day. I actually really like that. I might try that because people don't understand. Like, it's not like it doesn't have to be like this long light candles and stuff. Like, even just taking 5-10 minutes and just getting it out on paper, how important that is, because if not, you're walking around. I love that. I'm so glad. Let me ask you this then, because we're talking about journaling day and told you. So I have a thing where there's 6 questions and I feel like it's such a good journaling structure. So just briefly, number 1, what am I grateful for? Number 2, what is my most important task today? Number 3, what story-worthy moment happened yesterday? And number 4, how am I feeling right now? Number 5, what's working right now? And number 6, what could be better? I think that's a good structure for like if you don't know where to start, if you just answer those questions.
Seems like you hit all the really like big key points of what can keep you structured and keep you grounded,
And I'm glad you're doing it, and especially the young blood, dude. I'm so glad because, dude, I feel like people are getting more. You can still be masculine, tough. We can all box. We can all but if you need to be taking care of what's up here too. I'll tell Dane every episode. The most successful Fortune 500 CEOs, they're in the book, they're journaling, they're meditating because it's so important with all the chaos that we're dealing with. Yes. Dane, are you gonna start?
Well, I do different versions of that. I've been ever since we did this, started this channel. I've been trying to like focus on, mental health and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been doing a lot better overall.
Good.
But what I have been doing is slowing down with everything that I'm trying to do and being more in the moment. Huge important thing because I will be 50 years in the future.
They say don't dwell on your past and don't look too far in the future because you'll drive yourself crazy.
I already worry about like how am I gonna retire with $1 million? So, and I'm just starting out my career, so
I'm doing that. I do the exact same thing, especially like with my parents and stuff. I just want to retire them. That's the main thing. I don't want them to work ever again.
No, I definitely get that. I've had a goal for a long time. Like I want to take care of my family because they've taken care of me very well and the most amazing people ever. So I've always wanted to do that exact same thing, and it can be something that's like a self-inflicted stress.
putting too much on your shoulders, guys. I mean, hey, you gotta just golly, that's a lot. I mean, that's a beautiful goal, by the way. Like, I don't want my parents. I want to put them in a beach house. I think that's amazing. Those are expensive. Those beach houses. Have you ever been to Vegas?
I have not. 21 and still haven't been to Vegas.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you just turned 21.
I'm 21.
Yeah, you got plenty of time, but you should check it out.
I was supposed to go with some friends in late October, but we decided to just go to the state fair in Texas, stay in the state.
Well, and if you go and you're with your boys, like, go wait for pool party season. Like, if I went as a tourist, I'd wait for pool party season. I don't think it's cold there yet. I think it's actually 108 still, but
it's nowhere close to being cold.
I know. Look, he's looking forward to it. I dealt with that for 10 years, that weather. Dude, it's like 80 something here, and I'm still like, it's too hot still. I want it to be cold.
It's too hot here for me.
Dude, I still love it. One of my favorite things to do, I think I mentioned it to you before, but one of my favorite things to do is, if I've been in the office for a while, step outside, go into the sun, just feel that heat. I like it.
God bless you.
But not the whole day. If you're out there the whole day, it sucks.
All right. So we journal. Is there anything else you do? Have you tried meditating, or do you have some kind of new practice that you can teach us or teach me? I would love to know any other mindful practices or just any tips how to not go crazy in 2024. Those are anything that's helpful. I don't want to put you on the spot, but
it's just I read my Bible a lot. That's the main thing I also do every morning. That's a big part that keeps me going.
Amen.
Probably my number one. No, my journaling is mainly my main go-to, and I have 3 journals. So yeah, I got a regular journal just to write about stress and anxiety and stuff like that. I got a journal just for planning things. Just if I have I need to get this done, write it down real quick in the journal, throw it back in the backpack. I got one of those journals, and then there's my prayer journal. So I got 3 different journals.
That's unbelievable. That's so cool. Stress, actual like logistics and planning, and then a prayer journal. Yeah, I'm a man of faith as well. That's so cool. I do the Bible app sends you a verse every day. I love that. Just something to kind of absorb. But yeah, dude, I don't know if it's me just getting more in tune with stuff this year, but dude, I pray all the time. Even like before meals these days, I'm like, because I think a big part of being mindfulness and like mental health is gratitude. And I feel like a lot of people, actually, I don't want to put it that way. At least me, I don't think I was grateful enough for some things. Like, like tonight when we hang up with this, I got some stuff to put on the grill. I got a bunch of good eats, and like I got a roof over my head. I got the AC, yet I still have a hoodie on. Like, that's a blessing, man. There's people that don't have that. And I think that if you like are grateful and you show gratitude, hey, I'm grateful that today I could go to the gym. I mean, for a while I busted up my arm and I couldn't do rows and stuff. Like, I felt like I got goosebumps. It's gratitude. If you start your day off, not only with journaling, meditating, but if you list off some things that you're grateful for, I highly recommend to the audience, to Dane, to you, Steph, and I'm sure you guys do anyways. But just realize that if you can't list 5 things that you're grateful for right now, we gotta do some more soul searching. Hey, I'm grateful that I can hear. I'm grateful that I can see. I'm grateful that I have a pen if I need to write something down. All those things I think are very helpful. So that's my little rant of stuff. But I love what you're doing with the 3 journals. I love that.
No, I agree. I think being grateful and just reminding yourself of the good stuff, because it's a positive thing, right? Like, people can dwell on the negatives too much, but like I would take a 5-minute walk every single day at my job, and I like last week I was just like looking up at the sky and I was like, today's a great day, and just even appreciating that. I feel like it's a rare thing that you do when you start getting busy and stuff like that. But just to get away from all the hecticness of work. Like, today is a great day. I'm alive. I'm here.
Yep. That's those positive affirmations, bro. I swear to both of you, the last couple of days I kick my feet off of my mattress. Winston's like, what's going on? And I'm like, Today's gonna be a fantastic day. Amen. Yo, that I'm telling you,
Yes.
boys, that it helps. Man, what a good podcast. I'm so stoked for this to come out, guys. But let me start with you, Dane. Was there anything else?
No, I think it's been a great podcast. It was great talking with you, Stefan, and thanks for joining us. You're going to do a lot of great things. I'm excited to see where things go for you, and especially with your dreams with like wildlife and all that. I think it's a great thing, and more people should be doing that.
Thank you.
And hey, Stefan, was there anything else?
Honestly, I just want to say thank y'all for allowing me to be on here. Never thought I would be able to have like someone else to be able to put me on their platform and actually put my leg out there to say that I can actually talk in front of a camera, that I can actually do this type of stuff. So I appreciate y'all most definitely.
Of course. Nah, man. Hey, are you kidding me? This is all a learning experience. I think we all sound fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna listen to this and I'm gonna be engaged, especially when we have guests on. Like those are the ones that I'm like, if it's just Dane, like
Yeah, he doesn't care about what I have to say.
It's just Dane and me. No, nah. And just like anything, I'm sure like we were all amped up at the beginning. I know I was like, oh damn, we got new.
Oh yeah.
But now we're like, hey, let's all go to the bar. Let's go get a beer. Yeah.
I'll fly down to you guys. I'll meet you there.
It's only a 2 hour.
Yeah. Hey.
It's 8:30 his time. He's 2 hours behind us. But
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the night's still young here.
Yeah.
I think it's great, guys. And I just want to thank everybody, the people that listen. We appreciate you, Stefan. We appreciate you, Dan. You know I appreciate you, Sugar. But, well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up episode number 19 with Stefan McCoy. Yo, boys, thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Download the Uplift. This is a place where when we fall, we try and uplift you. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you next time.
Y'all have a good one.
And we're out.